courtroom is. There's not a lot of plug-ins, so got to stay charged and on standby all day long. It's going to be quite busy. It'll be interesting few days, depending on how long the jury deliberates.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, we have no idea how long that's going to take. We can all come up with our own theories on that. One more question. So, just remind everyone who this jury is. Gender, ages, what we kind of know about.
Well, the jury is 7 men, 5 women, 4 people of color, ages from probably late 20s all the way up to 70s. And there's 3 alternates. Of course, they won't be in the deliberations. They'll be on standby. And they have occupations all over the board, Vinny. It's quite diverse, probably one of the most diverse juries we've had so far on Court TV.
All right, let's get to the questions, folks. We posted it earlier today. Ask Chanley anything behind-the-scenes stuff, legal questions, questions about the case. And we begin with Christina, who asks, how awkward is it to have this long length of time from closing until it goes to the jury? There's a lot of time to not discuss the case with fellow jurors and to forget explanations, arguments, etc. Chanley.
Well, I'm more nervous for their questions than your questions, Vinny. Okay. No, it is a little bit awkward. It's 3 days between the last word they heard on Friday from the prosecutor to when they gather tomorrow. So it'll behoove them to have their notes out. And they took good notes. I was there watching them. They took good notes. But I do know that the defense is worried about that because the prosecution did have the last word. And they've been stewing over the weekend for 3 days over what they last heard. And I think it's a little utopian to think that the jurors don't look at the newspaper or watch the news even inadvertently at times over a 3-day holiday, or don't talk to anybody. That's a strict rule. That would be hard for me for sure. So we'll just have to see tomorrow.
And this is unusual, right? I mean, we relaunched in May, but from your experience as a trial attorney and from covering the biggest cases in the country over the last 10 months, I mean, this is kind of unusual.
It is unusual, and it all stems back to the judge scheduling it out so that they can abide by this deliberation rule where the jury can't be halted in deliberations for more than 48 hours. And so this holiday that was today sort of interrupted that, and over defense objections, the judge did schedule it to where the defense went on Thursday, prosecution Friday, 3 days, and then deliberations.
Okay, yeah, so if they had finished all the arguments last week and began deliberating last week, then it would have been a real problem because of the 3-day rule there. All right, Catherine asking tonight, Chanley, how are the jurors acting in this trial? Do you think they're leaning more towards emotional or factual evidence?